Hey guys, Duane here. This is part 2 of the answers for my Q&A video from earlier this month. We have a lot of questions, so let's get right to it. First up is Tony Constantinople. Tony says, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Can you use the Cleon Batlift you have hanging on the wall behind you? If so, can you post a video showing off your moves? I think we all want to see that. Yeah, Tony, I never learned how to use that thing, but it is pretty darn cool. And this is for you. Next question is from J. Douglas Henderson. Hey Duane, I got 2 questions. 1, how did you decide on DM50 for the name of your channel? Well, that's kind of a funny story. I started this channel in 2007 under my name, Duane Myers. And after a while, I just got overwhelmed by it. And I deleted my channel and all my videos and took a break. Okay. I wish I hadn't done that, because after a few months, I really missed it and I wanted to come back, but my channel was gone. But Weapon Collector reached out to me a few times and he encouraged me to get back into it, and so I did. So I had to come up with a new name. XDM50. X is my favorite letter in the alphabet. I don't know how many of you have a favorite letter, but X is my favorite letter. DM is my initials, and 50 is because XDM and DMX were both already taken. So I had to put a number or something at the end. So I just put in XDM50 and it accepted it. Second question from J. Douglas Henderson. In the Coffee with Duane show, what kind of coffee do you drink? Yeah, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I'm very thrifty. I'm not into the expensive foo-foo coffee drinks. Believe it or not, I buy the cheapest instant coffee that I can find. This is 8 ounces. It costs about $3 at Walmart, and it lasts me about a month. So I drink coffee for a month for $3. How many people can say that? All right, next question is from Sakti Pernomo. Sakti says, what inspired you to start YouTube? I think I answered this in the first part of the answers video, but I'll answer it again. I discovered YouTube when it was fairly new, and I just started watching videos, and I was thinking in my head, I could do that. And I didn't have a lot of hobbies at the time, so I bought a webcam and started making videos, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad I discovered it. Next question is from Michael58. Actually, it's not a question, it's a thumbs up. Thumbs up, Michael. Thanks for being you. Next question, Jacob Chamberlain. Jacob always has good questions. Hey Duane, I have 2 questions. What have you been doing to keep busy and sane during this pandemic? And also, what new hobbies have you gotten into? Thanks, love the videos. Okay, Jacob, the pandemic honestly hasn't affected me much. I'm a janitor. Janitors are always needed, especially now. So I haven't lost any work. In fact, I've gained more work. I clean 3 buildings regularly, and our cleaning procedures are beefed up a little bit. We use more disinfectant and so on. But okay, what have I done to stay busy? eBay. I've been doing eBay for 2.5 years now, and I'm trying to grow my business, trying to increase my inventory, keep those sales coming in. So I have to go buy inventory. I get most of my stuff from estate sales and yard sales, and then I bring it home, clean it up. If it's electronics, I test it thoroughly, and then I list it on eBay. Listing is, I can list 8 to 10 items in an 8-hour day. So it's very time consuming. And then when somebody buys it, I go get the item from the eBay room. I find the perfect box, packaging material, thank you card. If it's a more expensive item, I include an invoice. And then I have to take it to the post office. I go to the post office every single day. Luckily, it's only 1.3 miles from my house. Okay. New hobbies that I've gotten into. I wouldn't call eBay a hobby. It's a business, and it's very time consuming. And even though I enjoy it, I wouldn't call it a hobby. Anyway, new hobbies. Electric scooters. I am fascinated and thrilled by these little electric devices that can, as my friend Mike once said, to see you gliding along at 20 miles an hour, 5 inches from the pavement is magical. So there you go. Electric scooters. If you haven't tried it, check it out. I think you would love it. Now we have questions from XDM51. How do you feel about the world? How do you feel about how the world has handled this pandemic? I don't know. I guess it's good enough. It's I guess things could be a lot worse, right? What is the favorite thing and your least favorite thing about your current job? My favorite thing about being a janitor is the freedom. I don't have to be at work at a specific time. In fact, I can't go to work until the people who work in the building have gone home. Okay, so it's an evening gig, and I don't work with my boss. I rarely see my boss. So I have this freedom to organize my work, do my work as best I can. There's a balance between doing a really, really thorough job and the time allotted. Okay. But yeah, the freedom to go to work pretty much when I want and to work on my own and to not be micromanaged is just awesome. My boss is really good. Anytime I ask for extra equipment or anything, he always takes care of it. Everything runs really smoothly. Least favorite thing about my current job, working late isn't really, doesn't really make me happy. I mean, I'm usually done by 10 or 11 p.m., which isn't that late for some people, but when I don't work, I'm in bed by 8. So there's that, but there's so much upside to it, I don't even worry about the downside. Next, XDM51, what is the downside to eBay? The biggest downside to eBay, what I hate the most, is returns. Some people have legitimate reasons for returning things. Like I sold this bicycle tool container. It's a pod thing that fits in a drink holder, a water bottle holder. Okay, sold that to a lady in California, I think. She returned it because it didn't fit her bottle holder. Okay, and she didn't want to replace the bottle holder to make it work. And so, yeah, I understand that. I understand that some returns are legit, some are stupid. But the thing is, once I go to all the trouble to inventory this thing and list it and then ship it to the customer, go to the post office, and then when something is returned, it's like all that is undone and I have to do it again. Okay, so that's very frustrating. Also from XDM51, do you have any plans for your YouTube channel in 2021? I don't have anything new planned. I'm just going to keep going, make videos when I can, try to keep it interesting for you guys. I have been leaning towards shorter videos because I know people are busy and a lot of people don't have time to watch a 30-minute video, and I'm one of them. Okay, so there you go. Alex1776 says, "Hi, Duane. I'm a senior in high school. In 2 months, I'll be out in the real world. What advice could you give me?" My advice is to get a job and do it as best you can. Be the employee that you would want to hire. Okay, go above and beyond, have a positive attitude, get along with your coworkers, and save money. Save money. Do not go into debt. Do not go into debt. Okay? I suggest, if you don't already have a car, you're going to want a car. Save money for a car. Also save money for whatever, for getting your own place, or an electric scooter. Have these multiple savings accounts, and they can just be envelopes that you hide someplace in your house. Fireproof safe is a really good investment. So there you go. Work. Do your best at work. Save money and pay cash for everything. Okay? That's that's my advice. Second question from Alex. What was one of the darkest times in your life, and how did you overcome or come to terms with it? Probably the most depressed I've ever been was after I married a woman that I didn't really love. I married her out of obligation and I don't know, this ideal I had in my head that wasn't reality. We didn't know each other very well, and the more I got to know her, the more I did not want to be married to her. I felt stuck, and it was my own fault because I did see some red flags, but I ignored them. And yeah, I finally got out of that relationship, and I'm so glad I did. I had a couple of friends who really helped me out, and yeah, there you go. How did I overcome it? I got the hell out. It was hard. It was really hard. But if you're in a situation like that, the best thing to do is to end it quickly, as soon as possible. Okay. And question number 3 from Alex. Any modifications with the Red Ryder lately? No, Alex, I haven't shot my Red Ryder or any of my airsoft guns in quite a while. And I do kind of miss it, but when I have spare time, I'm doing eBay stuff. So there you go. Actually, that's not even spare time. When I talk myself into taking time away from my eBay business, I'm riding my scooter or my bike. Okay, next question is from Sack94. Stu says, what item has made you the most profit on eBay? That would be this Casio DW6600. I bought it for under $50, and I wore it for like 9 or 10 years. And then I was I was ready to let it go, and I had a few other watches by then, and so I replaced the bezel on the band with brand new Casio parts. I had the battery and the gasket replaced by a jeweler watch repair store, and then I listed it on eBay. I think it was a straight up buy it now sale. Sold for about $275. Yeah, maybe I should have kept it because it really went up in value since the time I bought it. They don't make them anymore. Jack Bauer wore this watch in at least one of his series. Yeah. Anyway, that was my most profitable item so far. Next up, we have 2 questions from Timbo66. Timbo says, I've seen you on Weapon Collector's stream. What do you think about the British sense of humor? I like the British sense of humor. I think you guys are really funny. Your humor is kind of a little more complicated. I have to think about it a little more. And sometimes, honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I think that's a cultural thing because I don't live there. I don't understand all the references. But anyway, British have a great sense of humor. I really like it. I've had some criticism from Americans that we know nothing about knives. We do, but I think we use them differently. What's your opinion? Thanks. I would never say that. I think there are a lot of people in that part of the world that know more about knives than I do. So I don't really understand this. People saying you know nothing about knives, and honestly, I don't really understand how you use them differently. Maybe you could elaborate on that. But yeah, I would never say that. Next question is from Lightning Love. Not really a question, just a hello. Hello, Lightning Love. How you doing? Now I have a few more questions from my brother Ken. Brother Ken says, how many cruises have you been on? I've been on 3 cruises, and I really enjoy cruising. Yeah, it's, it's just awesome. What was it like? It was a lot of fun. I really like, they call them sea days, where you're just going across the ocean and there's no stops planned for that day. I really like that. I don't know, it's just so relaxing. I get up early in the morning, I go get a free cup of coffee because you pay for your food. The cost of your cruise includes food. So yeah, I drink a lot of free coffee. And just walk the ship. It's a lot of fun. What was your favorite cruise and why? My favorite cruise was my first cruise. I went to Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, and a couple other ports. Cabo San Lucas, something like that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was sunny. The weather was perfect. The people were so nice. And I got to see a country I had never seen before. So, yeah, I really like that. Do you have any future cruising plans? I'm sort of thinking about going to Hawaii. That is a long cruise. It's like 7 days on the ocean. Just to get there, and then another 7 to get back. So eventually, one day, I'll probably go to Hawaii. Would you like to take a world cruise in the future if you could afford it? Well, heck yeah. I sure would. Would you like to visit the Great Pyramid of Cheops in Egypt if you could afford it? I'm going to say probably no. It would be awesome to see it in person, but I don't know. Egypt is a big hot desert. But that's just me. If you won a paid vacation prize good for anywhere in the world, including air or ship travel and all expenses, where would you choose? I would definitely take a cruise to Australia. I would love to see Australia, and if somebody else was paying for it, yeah, I would take a long cruise. I think that would be cool. Last question from Brother Ken. What do you think about Bigfoot Sasquatch? Do you believe the 1967 Patterson Bigfoot film footage in California was real or a hoax? I have talked about that with my brother, and we both agree it was most likely a hoax. And do I believe in Bigfoot in general? No, I really don't. And here's why. It's not just that I've never seen one. It's the fact that there have been these scattered accounts of this thing. But after all these decades, we still don't have one in a zoo. Okay? I mean, we have lions and tigers and rhinos and all sorts of poisonous snakes and every animal you can imagine in zoos all over the world, but not one Sasquatch. So, yeah, I think if he was out there, somebody would have caught one by now. All right, and that is all the questions. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Peace out.